Good morning, good morning, good morning, my collectives, my loves, my angels. How are you today? This is a Saturday morning, and I wish you all a happy birthday that are having a happy birthday. I don't know. I'm in the state of Florida, and I know that you guys are watching me from different places. There was a beautiful Sagittarius moon last night, and I don't know if you guys had an opportunity to see it from where you were, but it was such a beautiful moon. We are in, you know, the outskirts of the retrograde moon. Starts on November 9th, okay? And it actually started feeling the effects of it on October 21st. It is going to be in effect until November 29th. We're going from the Sagittarius to the Scorpio, okay? Secrets will be revealed. It's going to be time for you going through closure, revelations, reviewing things. Please do not sign any contracts. Any feelings that come up, they're for you to review. Think about them, maybe address some things, but closure to some things you need to. You might hear from people of the past, friends, family members you haven't heard from in a while, past romantic ones, okay? And it doesn't even have to be the recent past. It could be from a long ago. They may be coming back to re-enter your life, reconcile, or it's simply just say they're sorry. They may need a favor, all right? They may just want to check in, say hello, ask you out, whatever the situation. It could be a past job opportunity, a past thought that you had, anything. All right, there will be electronic issues, car problems, hesitations, traffic jams, miscommunications, and with family, with friends, with coworkers. You may get easily offended. You might misinterpret what someone is saying to you. It's just simple little things. So, try not to get too upset or too bothered during this time period. I know it's a very lengthy one, but, try to meditate, clear your space, use your sage, wear your hematite, get a crystal that draws you in, use your, Scintilline, that's very good. Okay. Bracelets, charms, if you have them, hematite, that's good for clearing negative energy. um, Clear quartz crystals, they're good for clearing energy. I can go over so many with crystals, and we're not just going to name everything because this is not going to be a long video. Take your baths, okay? Take your magnesium baths. Clear your home. Put your black salt at your home. There are many things. You can email me if you want some things to do, okay? But just be mindful. Think about what comes up. All right, really look at what comes up because it's coming up 30303. When I say that, it's coming up, those feelings, those emotions, because it needs to be addressed. Okay, it needs to be addressed so that you can heal it. 313, when I say that, so that you can move forward to your new beginning and close a chapter in your life. Okay. Now, just to get another little, I want to set a little house rule right quick. I don't really like doing readings, but I am being called to do a reading on this Saturday morning, because that's usually my personal time, my family time. My little one, I have a 3-year-old. My little one is up. I have her situated. If those who've been following me, who are subscribed to my channel, know that I don't edit my videos. For my newbies, I don't edit my videos, so what comes up is up. You see what you see. I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible without any distractions. But when I get in the zone, I'm in a zone. All right. And I don't like to hit pause. So if she opens the door to my office or if she come in or make any little noise, anything, guys, just please bear with it, deal with it, take it. Take it as a confirmation to what I'm saying. Okay. Um, if it's too much, then I will hit pause. But I try not to do anything when I'm in that zone. I just flow. Okay. When a message comes in, I just flow. Okay. So just to say that. And I'm saying that too, like family first, family first. So that might be a message that whoever's in your energy, you may have to walk away from them, or they may have walked away from you because they're the same. They put family first, and maybe they let their family come first, and they put them ahead of you, or make that their family make a decision, or family override them, and they didn't follow their heart, and it led to a separation between you and them. Okay, so I do have a couple of things too that I'm channeling. And then we're gonna get into our morning devotion. I was getting a name Jen, like Jen. I don't know if it's Jennifer, Genevieve, because I was hearing Genevieve too, but Jen. So I don't know if this message is for Jen or someone's coming through or, from the other side. That's a Jen or Genevieve, but I'm just getting Jen. They're saying Jen, Jen, so it could be Jen, Jennifer, Genevieve. Okay, that's the name I'm pulling out. I'm also getting a masculine, a very strong masculine, but I'm getting like someone has a whew, left rotator cuff. All right, someone needs a rotator cuff repair. They're having stiffness pain in their left rotator cuff. They just keep rotating it, moving it. It's aggravating them. They feel like they just keep swinging it, but they feel like they need to have surgery. They're either delaying it or either there's it's not getting done. They either need it and haven't seen the doctor to get it done, they don't have the insurance to get it done, or they don't know that they need the surgery. But I see somebody's having trouble with their left shoulder and they need and it's their rotator cuff and they just keep circling it. It's like it's stiffening up on them, like it's bothering them, okay, a lot. Thirdly, Sarah, there's a Sarah, there's a Sarah, I have a Sarah, okay, there's a Sarah. I'm acknowledging Sarah. Hmm. What is this? This Sarah is from the other side, you guys. Because it's a blue dress. It's walking in. It's a blue dress. It's a Sarah walking in, Caucasian. Caucasian, blue dress, long blue dress, blonde hair, short blonde hair, handing something. It's a, what? What is it? Looks like a brown cigar box. There's something about a brown cigar box. An old, it's a cigar box. It's not a wooden, it's a cigar box. What, what's with the cigar box? I need more. I need more. Give me more. What's with the cigar box? Acknowledgement. Acknowledgement. It's just acknowledging someone. For someone, there is a Sarah acknowledging, handing someone my cigar box, and then I'm picking up. There's something with an old gentleman who used to wear. This is a okay. She's just acknowledging. She's going to acknowledge, and she's handing a cigar box, but then it's switching to an older gentleman who's wears suspenders who used to wear. Okay, okay, I'm switching over, and I don't know if this has to do anything with Sarah with the cigar box, okay, guys? But an older gentleman who used to wear like dress shirts, but they're short sleeve dress shirts, white dress shirts with pinstripes on them, okay? Colored like white dress shirts, pinstripes with pinstripe, but with suspenders, rocking in an old chair, like an old fashioned rocking in the old chair. But it's a reclining old chair sitting in a living room. But I'm feeling like an older home, an older gentleman, kind of like a, looks like those big, thick, black diabetic shoes, brown pants, suspenders, older home, recliner in a living room. It's the little brown table on the side, older fashioned TV. Definitely wooden house with a wide front porch. Ben Benjamin. Ben Benjamin. Ben Benjamin. Okay. This person had lung problems. This person had lung problems. Lung problems. Could have been emphysema. But this person had lung problems. Oh God, this was not supposed to be a median day. Lung problems. Tell me more. Tell me about Ben. Tell me about Ben. Let me get a paper. Because this is obviously a channeling day. Just a second. Just a second. This is Sarah. Cigar. Box. Brown. Brown could mean something. Could be somebody's name, middle name. Genevieve. Chin. Suspenders. White stripe. Recliner. Porch. Red house. TV. Lung problems. Emphysema. Brown or black. Diabetic shoes. If they're not the diabetic shoes, they're those really thick. They're like really thick. They're these thick black shoes. They're like the really thick shoes that you have to tie up. And I'm seeing like a little brown wooden table, side table inside of the recliner. It's definitely sitting in the living room, facing a TV. What else? There's an old car, blue, old-fashioned long blue car in the front yard. Okay, girls, guys, I'm gonna take you back. I'm not real good at cars, but it looks like one of those old, long, I want to say like a Cadillac, or they used to have a car called LTDs. It looks like that, but it has like a faded color, faded blue, like with a rust spot. And it sits in the front yard of a car. But this person had quite a like a long porch, long front porch, and with 1, 2, 3 steps down. Is there a message? Is there a message? I'm gonna put these in the notes, so I'm writing it down, because I know sometimes once I get in to read, what comes out comes out. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. Let's get into it. God, I come before you in gratitude today for the growth that you have fostered in my spiritual life. I recognize this journey is your gift, not by my strength, but by your grace. Help me to remain humble and open to your leading. Continue to nurture the fruits of your spirit within me. May I use my growth to bless others and glorify you in all that I do. Thank you for the constant guide and unfailing source of strength. In Jesus' name, amen. I ask my spirit guides, my archangel, my ancestors to watch over me, protect me as I go into this reading. My family, my friends, the collective as well, from any negative energy that is sent towards me, towards them, towards my family. I ask that be returned 10 times fold. All right. Anyone that needs to hear this message, please ask that you guide into my channel to receive this message. I have spirits coming through, and I know they're not for me. So I ask that you please send anyone to my channel that needs to hear this message. Gary. Who's Gary? It's a message for a Gary. Or there's a Gary in the energy. Someone has a Gary in the energy. Gary. Tell me more. What is the message today? Spirit guides, this can't be all channeling today. If it is, it is. If it is, it is. Blue dress. Sarah with the blue dress. I acknowledge you, Sarah. Thank you. Spirit guides, what do you have for me? South Carolina's coming up. I don't know if anything I channeled this morning have anything to do with South Carolina, but South Carolina is coming up. Tell me more. Tell me more. Somebody could be engaged, or somebody's wanting to get engaged. Engaged does not always have to be an engagement as far as someone asking someone to marry them, okay? It very well could be, but someone could just be engaged in something. So we'll have to get more into it. They could be in just committed or committing to a way of life, a change, wanting to change, okay? Give me more, spirit guides. What else? Barbecue grill. Someone could like to cook. Someone could like to grill. Someone could feel like they're being grilled on something. Questioned, all right? Someone could be grilling them, all right? Or someone could just, again, like to I have to do more into it. I'm broke. I pretend to have it all. Anniversary. All right. Okay. Someone could actually be engaged here. Someone could be from South Carolina. All right. And someone would get engaged and anniversary. Someone could have, all right, so I have to read this as a possible engagement or wanting to get engaged. Someone could be at the anniversary of a point of them being in a dating phase, and someone's wanting to propose to them, all right? They're wanting to get engaged, or someone could be engaged and they're reading the anniversary to the time that they got engaged. All right, someone could be barbecue grilling. They could be celebrating, having some type of party, having some type of cookout, some family gathering. Somebody saying they're broke, but they pretend to have it all. Somebody could have been a pretender, gaslit someone to get engaged, and they could be getting grilled. Somebody could be in Jackson County, St. Lucie County. I don't even know if that has anything to do with and then we have our people, we have baked goods. Someone definitely is cooking. Someone loves to cook. Because I have baked goods falling right under barbecue grill. Someone could have tried to start a business. They could have tried to start a food truck, open up a little corner store, open up a little small business where they have baked goods and sell barbecue or sell different foods on their little food thing, okay? They could have got engaged to someone that does this, who's from South Carolina. They live in South Carolina. They live in South Carolina. Anything I channeled could have this, or this could belong to someone that I channeled. Someone could be near a laundromat. Someone could have started something, opened up a business near a laundromat. In this business, they sell barbecue, they grill different types of food, they sell baked goods for little desserts for the food that they sell. They could have got engaged, all right? They could be reaching an anniversary of their engagement, or moving towards an anniversary of them opening up their store, all right? Someone who's outspoken, okay? Someone who could be a fixed sign: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, all right? Someone who could like to play dominoes. And what hurt people. Someone who could have hurt you, all right? And something's hiding behind here. Somebody could have hurt you by covering up something that they kept from you, all right? They could have kept that they were hurting, and they end up hurting you in the process. They could have kept from you that they were engaged to someone else or seeing someone else, all right? But this person right now, But either right now in their life they're hurt, or this person is hurt and you're content with where you are, or you're hurt but they're content in life with where they are right now. Okay, put it where it goes. You're my secret. This is falling on the fixed sign: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. This person could have kept you a secret from their family and their friends, that they were seeing you. So they could have been with someone else, all right? And they didn't want anyone to know that they were seeing you. They could have said that you were just their friend. All right, this could have been a middle child, or you can have a child from this person. You could be a middle child. Let's jump it out, and then we're going to move from these cards. Let me need one more. Corner store. All right, corner store. Someone could live near a corner store, have a corner store, open up a corner store. They could have a corner store. There could be a corner store near them that sells barbecue, food, baked goods, okay, because we do have this on here. There could be a corner store and a laundromat near where this person resides, or where you visit them, or where you've been, okay. Let's get a little bit of tarot on the board. Or again, I channel some things this morning. If any of that goes with that, take it as it resonates. All right, tell me more about these cards that's on my table. Tell me more. Ooh, jumpers. All right. Someone was definitely selfish, holding back, keeping from you. Somebody who's materialistic, all right, looking out for their own emotional fulfillment, not giving a damn about yours, all right, wanting to chase money, wanting to chase love, wanting what makes them happy. And they were fulfilling their own cups, had a lot of options, drinks a lot, okay, could have gone towards a water sign. They were just running after their needs, their fulfillment. And if dating other people, if having multiple relationships, having multiple kids, being an opportunist makes them happy, then that's what it was. And I feel like you could have expressed to this person that, that you weren't happy with the way things were going on. And this could have been somebody that tell you that we're going to talk about it, and then they don't, okay? This is somebody that saw your potential. They saw you as a manifester. They see you as a magician. This is somebody who, with their arms tied, this is somebody that had a little bit of envy towards you, okay? Because they felt like things come easy towards you. They feel like you don't really have to work for much. They feel like spirit or God or the universe just give things to you, like you're like a spoiled brat, or in some sense, either by your family, by the universe, or by God. And this person has some type of grudge towards you because they feel like they had to work hard for everything that they receive, everything that they do, like they had to get out of humble. Like this person may have come from you know a different background from you, where the background where they had to struggle, and they feel like maybe you came from a pampered background, or you're pampered in some sort of sense, and they may feel like you're spoiled, okay. And there's a little envy of that for you, and it's like they have feelings, they loved you, but then there's like a love-hate relationship, so to speak. They okay. And this is somebody that felt like you guys were opposites, but I felt like you guys were really alike. And you're just a manifester. That's all. You're just a manifester. Yes, you are able to get what you want. Things do come easy to you. I am going to give that person that, okay? They are right. But this is the thing. It's not because you're spoiled and pampered. It is because you are an alchemist, all right? It's because you're walking in the light of God. You're putting out good things to the universe. You're a magician, all right? You have the tools. And the reason you have the tools is because your ancestors have given them to you. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're walking in unconditional love. You're giving back to the universe. You're walking in that light. You're showing to have integrity. You're showing to have value. You're showing to give unconditional love. You're showing that when you go through difficult things, you're not allowing that to harden your heart. You're not allowing that to let you take the negativity and be negative towards other people, but change that, alchemize that, and be like, yes, I've been through a lot, but I'm not going to, just because I've been through a lot, I'm not going to treat people bad. I'm going to still treat people with love. Still going to go out of my way. I'm still going to heal. I'm still going to do things. So you know how to take all your tools and use it for good and continue to help people, continue to love people, and continue to want to heal people and encourage people instead of letting it bring you down. Okay, so yes, the universe does bless you for that, because what you put out is what you put in, and that's not, and this person's not doing that. So while they're seeing you manifest and they're not, they're reading it wrong. Okay, and that's because they don't know how to alchemize. Give me more, spirit guides. So this person could have been married. You could have had children from this person, or you very well could have been, married to this person, left divorced. But the fact that's coming up in You're My Secret and engaged, this person was in some type of long-term relationship, all right? They were either married or separated, or they were living with someone, they were engaged to someone, they were in a commitment with someone, all right? And or they're celebrating something with someone, okay? Um, Definitely. And the person that they're with right now, they're really concerned about their stability, and they are living with someone or in a relationship with someone, but you've surrendered. You surrendered them. Like, you surrendered them and you've let that go. Like, you started looking things at a different perspective. And I think you found out, you started manifesting your own happiness and your own stability, and you start looking at things from another perspective, and you let that person go. Oh my gosh, hold on, I got some cards falling. This is a lot, Spirit. Okay, these didn't turn over, so I don't need those. This didn't turn over, so I don't need that. Just these three. Okay, so not too bad. Yeah, you started seeing the truth. You started looking at things from another perspective. The universe showed, the sun came out. So the universe started shedding light on what was going on, all right? You start looking at things from another perspective. You start pouring love into yourself. You start working on your own happiness. So right now you're celebrating, and you're happy, you're having vitality. There's much joy in your life. You're enjoying time with your family, going towards things that make you happy, being abundant right now, being positive, all right? And your person is still acting out of greed, all right? They're still acting out of greed. At this point, they're having some financial problems, financial instability, and it's because of them wanting to be materialistic, them being arrogant. They are overindulging, and I feel like they're overindulging in either substance or alcohol, which we'll read more into that. But they're overindulging, and it's because they're not happy, all right? And you're dealing with the earth sign. Remember, I told you I had a fixed sign up here, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, such Aquarius. You have an earth sign out here, okay? So you have an earth sign, possibly Taurus, that was very greedy, very materialistic, very arrogant, all about the money, okay? Money, wealth, power. And this person either overdoses in alcohol and or like substance, could be weed, because I have another earth sign out here too. And this is somebody who is isolating himself, maybe going withdrawing, taking a look at himself, looking because things aren't going right in their life. They're losing things. They're losing job opportunities. Relationships are coming to an end. They're having to spend more money out. Maybe this business, they probably tried to get this business started, or start a business that had to do with cooking, this with barbecue out here, grill out here, baked goods. Maybe they tried to start some type of food business. Okay, maybe this person is buying a corner store and a laundromat. Maybe they try to start this business near a corner store or a laundromat. Okay, maybe they like to play dominoes. Maybe they're from South Carolina, or they're dealing with somebody from South Carolina. Maybe they got engaged. Maybe they had some type of marital anniversary. I don't know, you guys. Everybody's going to be different, but outspoken probably definitely goes in with this Taurus. Okay, and they kept you a secret. They kept a secret from whoever they were dealing with, that they were dealing with you. All right, and I think that you found out that they were dealing with someone else, or you just found out a lot of that they were keeping a lot of secrets, and you moved on because the sun came out. The sun revealed a lot to you, that this person was being selfish and only thinking about themselves. Okay, yeah, and you just moved on. You moved on to go start a new beginning somewhere else. You disciplined yourself. You started doing your hard work, working on yourself, working on healing yourself, working on starting the beginning, working on your money, on your finances. Like you're taking steps to reach your success. All right. And you realizing that this person, like they're in balance. They don't have balance in their life right now. So they have disharmony in their relationships, with their family, with their friends, in their community. All right. And while they're dealing with disharmony, you're moving forward. You're definitely moving forward. All right. And you are going to see the results of the hard work, not only that you're putting into yourself, but that you're putting into whatever it is that you're trying to start. Okay. And we're going to see what exactly is going on in this person's life. All right. What's going on in their life? Since they wanted to do so much behind your back, shit all over you. Like, what's going on with them? Yeah, they're shattered. They're feeling shattered at this moment. All the things that they thought, their dreams are shattered. They feel like a failure. What they thought was going to happen is not. But even though they're shattered, look, they have their head up. Like they're not putting their head down because they were like, okay, yeah, they know. They know it's broken. They know that the grass they thought was going to be greener, the dream they thought they were going to have didn't work out, but they're so arrogant, so much pride, so much ego, they don't want you to know. They're still keeping their head up, all right? Behind closed doors, though, when nobody's looking, this is how they're feeling, hopeless, all right? They're feeling hopeless. They're feeling depressed about everything, but see how he has the hoodie on, he's trying to cover it up. So this is what they're covering up. This is what they don't want people to know. This is why at first their head is up. All right, because they're keeping their head up, keeping it because they're keeping it covered up. They don't want anybody to know how they're really feeling, how they're really feeling depressed. All right, and they feel depressed because they see you out here balanced, happy, at peace. They're watching you in some type of way, all right? Because they feel like you rejected them. Not even like you rejected them. They feel isolated, but they these wounds they have are self-inflicted. See, they did you wrong. They brought this on themselves. So now that you're not in contact with them, or if you are in contact with them, it's limited, and the limited is that you told them that you don't want to have a relationship, you don't trust them, you don't want to be with them, it's not the same, and it's because they hid things from you, kept things from you, was deceitful, they didn't conceal the truth, they didn't tell you they had a family, they didn't tell you they were celebrating, they were with somebody else, now they want to say they miss you, they want to talk to you, can we get together, can we talk about it, and I feel like you're just not interested. Yeah, you're not interested. You've drawn your boundaries at this point. You didn't just draw them in the sand because you draw them in the sand. Emotions can wash that away. No, you're putting them in the concrete. Like, no, I'm defending myself. I've had enough. You've been disrespectful. You've been disloyal. You've been dishonest. Like, I know you've talked about me. You've lied on me. You've lied to me. You think I don't know. I know. Your spirit's been revealing things. We have the sun. Your spirit's been revealing things. You know the things they said behind your back. You know how they laughed and joked and talked behind your back. You know how they lied on you. You know how they lied to you. You know how they hooked up with other people. You know how they party, how they celebrated, spent good times, how they invested time, energy, money in other people, started relationships, maybe even had children, all right? Now they want a second chance. Now they're thinking back at memories and having deja vu moments, being nostalgic about you, okay? And it's all because you're out here enjoying your glow up. Something that you're doing, a new opportunity that you went towards, is giving you a glow up. Either you have a successful business and they don't. You have a promotion on your job and they don't. They're losing opportunities. Maybe it's your new look, okay? Maybe you changed your hair, your style, clothes, you've lost weight, gained weight, had surgery done, you're working out, it's just something about you that's glowing up, that's drawing attention. And okay, maybe even their friends are noticing you, their family's noticing you, other people are noticing you. They don't like the attention that you're getting, okay? People are saying that the things that they said about you don't match. Like this person started, I think in the beginning when this person first met you, they made you sound great. And then when you started shining too much, they started dimming your light and making you look in another way, okay? Because they started entertaining other people, other things, and they started making them look great, all right? But now when you walked away, of course, they really made you look bad because they had to make themselves a victim of yours, okay? So they made you look bad. Okay, let's be honest. collector. They made you look bad at that point. But now people are seeing by themselves how this person's lied on you, and you're not the martyr that they made you out to be. And they're seeing for themselves who you really are, and you're glowing up, and people see like, hey, this is not the person you described to us, and this person now doesn't like that. All right, they're getting stressed. They're stressed. They're stressed over your glow up. They're worried. All right. They're worried. People are starting to find them out. All right. See them who they are. They're worried that people are starting to see that they were really the problem. People are starting to see that they were the ones telling the lies. Maybe something that you're saying or doing is exposing them with the sun out here, exposing how they were being, not honest, how they were lying about dating you, lying about seeing you, lying about cheating, lying about all everything. Okay, yeah, see, they're paranoid. They're paranoid because they're being exposed. All their lies are being exposed. They were a player, okay? They were out here seeing karmics, hooking up with third parties, all right? Partying, drinking, had one over on this side of town, one on that side of town, bringing them in, sneaking out of their homes, staying there one place when they're another, doing Netflix and chilling, saying they'd call you back, saying their phone was dead, saying, whatever. Um, and you gave this person a lot of love, a lot of mutual respect. You gave them time. You were kind, But this person, all they cared about was having one night stands. All they cared about was hooking up. They cared about their addictions, continuing the cycle, doing the same thing over and over again. Um, Hooking up with girls or guys. They just wanted to gamble. They just want to party. They just want to be in the limelight. They just want to be in the moment. All right. Some of them were sleeping with girls of the night. Some were sleeping with strippers. All right. Some of them were going to strip clubs. Some of them were sleeping with the same sex. All right. Sleeping with girls on the street who sell sex. Okay. Meeting girls online as well. All right. Just getting high, getting drunk, sleeping with girls. All right. And guys. All right. And at the end of it, like, this person actually has the idea, the audacity to be hopeful that the two of you, are going to eventually get back together. Like, when they finish playing around, when this stuff don't work, like, you're going to be the backup plan. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Like, you're following your dreams, you're walking away. No, that's not going to happen. This is not going to happen. Okay. Tell me more, spirit guides. Tell me more. Like, what's going on? What's going on? Look, as soon as I split this deck, 1111. This was a soul contract. You guys did have a soul contract, okay? You activated this person. This person's going through something right now. They might be going through the dark night of the soul. You activated them to go through a growth period, all right? You mirrored to them. You mirrored to them what they needed to fix in their life. You triggered them. All right. You triggered them into an awakening. They're now starting to see some things. They're experiencing some things. So they might be going through some endings in their life for sure, because they're going through an awakening. All right. How you see this person now is not the same. Like, so where you are, it could have started where you put a lot of time, a lot of attention, a lot of patience, a lot of forgiving. You were the chaser and dynamic of this relationship, and they were running from you. Now, like, you're running from this person because you're no longer interested, and now they're interested in maybe coming after you, chasing you. Okay. But the thing is, you don't see them the same anymore. Your feelings have changed. You're no longer interested because now this person has shown you who they are. All right. This person is, you could be at odds fighting with this person, or this person is fighting with those around them. A lot of trust issues in their life. You see this person as one-sided, only caring about themselves. They have poor communication going on in their other relationships. There was definitely poor communication going on in the relationship they had with you. You felt like they were detached. You couldn't trust them. You still feel like you can't trust them. The poor communication was basically like you ask them stuff, and they give you like one word answers. They leave you feeling like you open up and you tell them exactly what it is, how it is, where it is. So there was never any doubt about the fact that you loved them, how you felt about them, and what you wanted, where you want the relationship to go. They would always leave you at the end of a conversation with still wanting to know, well, but what are we? Where are we going? Well, how do you feel? They never give you a full explanation. It's always 39 when I said that. it was always, well, I don't know what I want, or, I'm not ready. Or if you ask, where I fit in your life, yeah, I'm still trying to decide. I don't know yet. They gave you things enough to keep you hanging on, enough to keep you wanting to give, okay? But 40 or 4 when I say that, but never give you a solid answer, okay? This is because they knew it was something about you, so they knew eventually they would like to have something with you. There was something in you, but they weren't ready. And the reason they weren't ready is because they weren't ready to do the work. They know to have a committed relationship with you, they needed to change. They needed to do the work. They needed to heal some things about them, and they weren't ready to do the work, okay? They wanted to continue to go out there and play and be with people that they did not need to do the work to be with. People on their level, people who were unhealed the same way they were unhealed. Hurt people that were hurt like they were hurt, people who had trust issues like they had trust issues, people that had addictions like they had addictions, people who went to party like they went to party, people who were making bad decisions the same way, people who were willing to accept them the way they were without saying, hey man, or hey, hey girl, you need to try to do something. People who weren't trying to encourage them to change, to better their lives, to grow. All right, and with you, they needed to grow. Okay, there was a soul contract, and with the soul contract, I want to go a bit further if you will let me. Uh, this person prayed for you, you know. You had somebody, you crossed this person's path because at some point in this dynamic, okay, this was somebody who probably came from a relationship, was in a relationship that was broken, not working. They got their feelings hurt. Somebody probably cheated, lied, or whatever. You were probably in a situation or just came out of a situation where you were broken, hurting, needed to heal. Somebody, one of you, I feel like this person, a collective, them, was praying, asking God, the universe, their ancestors, send them someone. If this was a male, when am I going to meet a woman who's good? I want to meet a good woman, somebody who's family orientated, somebody who won't sleep around, somebody who's not out here cheating, lying, everything. They prayed, they asked for this. All right. If it was a female, she asked for a man, who they could trust, who they can love, who wasn't doing all this stuff. Okay, because this is what they wanted. The universe sent it. They sent this, you, the gift, what they asked for. They sent you into this person. All right, this was the soul contract. They sent you in. The thing is, you were this person's opposite. They sent you in. You met this person. Immediately when you guys met, there was an instant chemistry, an attraction. Okay, sparks flew. They liked you. You guys hit it off. They began to feel feelings. They weren't expecting you. When I say they weren't expecting you, they weren't expecting you to look like you look. They used to dating a certain type of person, a person with a certain type of image, okay? So even though they said, I want a good woman, I want a good man, somebody who's loyal, trustworthy, nurturing, independent, have their own, I could trust, they wanted this. But maybe they wanted it with this, BBD body. Maybe they wanted this man with this thug, like they had this certain image, the image that they normally go for, okay? You came in, but you came in, you the universe, God sent you in, so of course you came as a spiritual person, not as a low vibrational toxic person, which is what this person was used to dealing with. So you come in a spiritual image, embodying spirituality, okay, positivity, love, all of this stuff, which they weren't used to. So when you came in completely opposite of what they were used to, yes, they were drawn to you because you were what they prayed for. 44 when I said that. But now they don't know what to do with you. So when this person was saying, I don't know, they were being so honest with you. They did not know what to do with you because you're embodying something that they were not used to. Okay? They needed to change. It was on them to change. It was on them to grow. You gave this person time. I feel like the mistakes they made, you gave them grace. You try to talk to them, but you gave them time. You try to encourage them. You try to tell them things went wrong. You try to tell them how they could better their life, things they need to change, tell them things you do. You try to show them by example. They didn't want to do the work. They didn't want to change. So you know what? They were going towards people that didn't require them. They were going towards karmics. So even though you came in as a soul contract, possibly to be a twin flame for this person, for you guys to grow, evolve, and have a nice, loving relationship, when they decided they weren't going to grow, when they decided they were going to remain low vibrational, that soul contract then became a karmic agreement. See, a karmic agreement, because they remain low vibrational, you remain spiritual. It became a karmic agreement. So at that point, they triggered lessons. All right. It became, instead of it being any spiritual involvement for both of you guys to grow in love, it then became a lesson for them to learn, a lesson for you to learn. They triggered for you some things. They acted in their low vibrational way, which triggered you to place boundaries, which triggered you to work on some things that maybe you need to heal, i.e., more self love, i.e., putting boundaries, i.e., self respect, i.e., putting you first. Then, which showed them they weren't ready to be with a higher evolved spiritual person. So now they're with low vibrational. So now they have to go and learn those lessons from somebody else in low vibration. You've grown, they did not. They're now dealing with karmic consequences. You're now evolving. You're now prepared and ready for the person that you're going to draw in, your higher level soulmate, okay? Because now you have completed this lesson. So now the karmic agreement is over. It's over. This relationship with you is over. It's finished. It's at its finale. You're moving on. You're at a higher level now. Now you've healed. You're moving on. You're going on to your success. And now you're waiting. You're waiting. Because now the universe is saying, okay, well, they prayed for you. We sent you. You were their gift. But since they didn't heal, and since you evolved and they did not, we're going to let them deal with karmic consequences. And now what we're going to do for you, collective, since you did the work and you healed and you've done what you're supposed to do, now we're going to send you in your gift. Okay? And so now your love is going to come in. Okay? And this person is going to deal with the karmic consequences that they're dealing with. Okay? And that's how this is going to work. A win for you, a loss for them. What else, guys? Thank you. Yeah, you're going to get a commitment. That's what you're going to get. Possibly from an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, somebody who's going to leave an imprint on your life. Okay. What else? Someone could have a pet. Someone could offer you a pet. This reading is going so many different places. You could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You could get a commitment from a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay. Is there anything else? And what's the energy? When this person who did my collective wrong sees my person, I already know they're upset because they see you glowing up. Already paranoid because they know everyone's starting to see them about their lies. Their contract with you is up. You're going to get a commitment. All right. What's the energy? They're going to be envious. Which I told you that from the beginning. They're going to sit in envy. They're going to sit in envy. They're going to then want to come and say, I'm sorry. I feel terrible about what I did. Okay? Because then they're going to see things from a new perspective. Okay? But for you, you're going to say no. It's a goodbye. It's over. What's my angel message? And then we're going to wrap this reading up. We're going to wrap this meeting up. Just continue to remain positive, collective. Remain positive. And I feel like what you're already doing, remain positive through everything this person did. You gave your love, you gave your time, you gave your energy. They gave you your tail to kiss. They played games. They were sneaky, deceptive. You manifested. The light was shown on you. Now people are starting to see you. Just continue to remain positive, because in the near future you have some great things coming. Your person, your love is coming in the near future. And when your person come, your past person is going to be very envious of the love that you have, that commitment you have. They're going to want to come in and say they're sorry, because they're going to want to block that from you. And it's because now they see things from a different perspective, especially the fact that somebody else wants you and want to commit to you. But you have, only words you have for them is goodbye. Okay, this is my reading. I hope it resonated with you. There was a lot of channeling in here. It went a lot of different ways. We got through it, no distractions. I will put the channeling in my details. If you like, please like, share, subscribe. I know it was lengthy. Apologize for that. But you guys have a happy Saturday and happy birthday to those, okay? Have a good day. Bye-bye.